Texe Marrs's Circle of Intrigue presents a world not governed by random historical events or even ordinary human greed, but by a deliberate, centuries-old conspiracy orchestrated by a hidden inner circle of Luciferian elites. Marrs rejects secular interpretations of world events. He argues that what others call the New World Order or globalist agenda is, at its core, a spiritual and religious movement with the explicit goal of destroying Judeo-Christian civilization and establishing a satanic world government. This conspiracy is not metaphorical, but literal, with identifiable individuals, families, and institutions working in concert toward apocalyptic objectives. The book's central thesis is that a council of 13, or sometimes 33, supreme Illuminati masters forms the apex of this pyramid of power. Below them are concentric circles of influence, international bankers, corporate titans, intelligence agency heads, political leaders, media moguls, and religious figures, all either willing initiates or manipulated pawns. Marrs asserts this group operates through front organizations, Council on Foreign Relations, Bilderberg Group, Trilateral Commission, United Nations, and employs a consistent methodology of revolution, war, economic collapse, and moral degradation to weaken nations and prepare humanity for total subjugation. Number 2. The historical and ideological roots, from ancient Babylon to modern secret societies. Marrs traces the conspiracy's lineage not to the 18th century Bavarian Illuminati of Adam Weishaupt alone, but millennia back to ancient Babylonian mystery religions, Gnostic cults, and Kabbalistic traditions. He presents history as a continuous struggle between two religious forces, the divine truth, represented by biblical revelation, and the Luciferian doctrine, the secret knowledge or gnosis that humanity can become God. Key historical transmissions of this doctrine include the Egyptian Hermetic tradition, alchemy, astrology, and the belief in elite priest kings. The Knights Templar, accused of absorbing heretical doctrines in the Holy Land and later going underground after their suppression. Rosicrucianism and Freemasonry, presented as the primary vessels for preserving and spreading Luciferian theology among the European aristocracy and intellectuentsia. Marrs dissects Masonic ritual, symbolism, the all-seeing eye, the obelisk, the compass and square, and graded initiation as a system of spiritual deception leading to Luciferian enlightenment for the highest degrees. The 18th century Illuminati is presented not as a standalone entity, but as a modern organizational catalyst that injected revolutionary, anti-Christian fervor into existing Masonic networks, creating a potent political spiritual weapon. This historical analysis leads to Marrs' claim that major modern ideologies, communism, fascism, and secular globalism are, at their core, controlled dialectics, different tools used by the same inner circle to foment conflict, centralize power, and eradicate national and religious identities. Number 3. The mechanics of control, the 7-point plan for global enslavement. Marrs outlines the conspiracy's operational blueprint, which he claims is methodically being implemented. Number 1. Economic domination. The creation of a debt-based, central bank-controlled financial system designed to enslave nations and individuals. The goal is the elimination of cash and the implementation of a digital biometric monetary system that enables total surveillance and control over all transactions, a forerunner of the mark of the beast. Number 2. Political subversion. The systematic infiltration and corruption of governments, judiciary, and militaries worldwide. This is achieved through blackmail, bribery, and the placement of compromised agents in positions of power. National sovereignty is deliberately undermined through treaties and global governance bodies like the UN. Number 3. Media and psychological warfare. Total control of information through ownership of major news, entertainment, and publishing conglomerates. The media is used to program the masses with anti-Christian values, moral relativism, sexual permissiveness, and a sense of helplessness. It also promotes messianic cults of personality around pre-selected global leaders. Number 4. Educational indoctrination, the capture of the education system to remove God, promote evolution as dogma, rewrite history, and sever the younger generation's connection to traditional values and critical thought. The goal is to create a compliant, spiritually empty population. Number 5. Religious deception, the systematic corruption of mainstream Christianity from within through ecumenism, watering down doctrine, the prosperity gospel, and the infiltration of New Age and Eastern mystical beliefs. Marrs is particularly critical of the Vatican, which he views as a central player in the interfaith movement towards a one-world religion that will worship the coming world leader. Number 6. Social and moral decay, the deliberate promotion of drug use, pornography, family breakdown, sexual deviancy, and violent crime to debilitate the social fabric, create chaos, and make the populace cry out for authoritarian solutions. Number 7. The creation of a permanent crisis state, using engineered wars, terrorist false flags, pandemics, and economic depressions to keep humanity in a state of fear and trauma, thereby justifying the gradual removal of liberties and the consolidation of police-state powers. Number 4. The spiritual core, Luciferian theology and the coming Antichrist. This is the heart of Marrs' argument, where he diverges most sharply from secular conspiracy theorists. He asserts the inner circle are not merely power-hungry oligarchs, but devout Luciferians who participate in occult rituals, believe in their own divinity, and actively worship Satan as the true light-bearer and liberator of mankind. Number 1. The cosmic battle. The conspiracy is a literal manifestation of the biblical war between God and Satan. The elites see themselves as the vanguard of Satan's kingdom on earth. Number 2. The goal of apotheosis. Their theology teaches that through secret knowledge and ritual, humanity can shed its mortal limitations and achieve godhood. This transhumanist ideal, though Marrs wrote before the term was popular, is the ancient Gnostic heresy repackaged. Number 3. The preparation for the coming one. All the turmoil is designed to create the perfect conditions for the rise of a global dictator, the biblical Antichrist. Marrs believes this figure is alive, known to the inner circle, and being groomed for his role. This leader will initially appear as a messianic peacemaker, solving the world's crises before revealing his true tyrannical and blasphemous nature. The one-world government, religion, and economic system are the infrastructure of his kingdom. Number 4. Evidence and methodology. Marrs builds his case through symbolic analysis, decoding the occult symbolism in corporate logos, public architecture, for example, the DC street layout, the Georgia Guidestones, and popular culture. Number 2. Documentary sourcing, citing the works of other conspiracy researchers, former intelligence officers, and defectors from secret societies. Number 3. Connective tissue, drawing links between individuals across politics, finance, and entertainment through memberships in clubs and societies. Number 4. Prophetic correlation, interpreting current events through a literalist, dispensationalist reading of biblical prophecy, particularly from Daniel and Revelation, to argue that the conspiracy is fulfilling an ancient script. Number 6. The ultimate warning, a binary choice. The book concludes not with a political strategy, but a spiritual ultimatum. Marrs argues that intellectual awareness of the conspiracy is futile without a spiritual foundation. The only effective resistance is faith in Jesus Christ and the truths of the Bible. He presents the conspiracy as ultimately unstoppable in human terms, as it is prophesied to succeed for a period, leading to the Great Tribulation. The individual's only hope is to recognize the spiritual reality of the war, refuse to take the mark of the system, and place their trust in divine salvation rather than political solutions. In essence, Circle of Intrigue presents a comprehensive, deeply pessimistic, and theologically charged worldview where all of modern history is a staged drama directed by a satanic priesthood, with the final act being the unveiling of the Antichrist and the forced worship of Lucifer.